Odyssey Program, the podcast where we try to get you into a sport. No, it's a band. It's American football. And by the way things kind of shook out, because this one's been on ice since November. And Alex, I'm not trying to put you on blast here, sir, but please check your DMs. I think you become the pilot here, John. I think you... I think Ryan put him on the board. I think you signed up, and then Alex signed up.
I might have, but yeah, it probably was him. Yeah.
We put this panel together in November. Who knows when it got put on the board? So,
right.
So American football. Tell me about it. Why was it important that you were here for this band today?
Well, American football is one of the bands that came out of the lineage of the Kinsella brothers, Tim and Mike and Nate. I believe Nate is the one in American football, which was were born out of Captain Jazz, one of the great kind of early, 90s, mid 90s emo bands, basically, that's kind of spawned a lot of those bands that became popular later on. The Promise Ring was another one of those bands that came out of that. Joan of Arc, Owls, like the list goes on and on and on. And basically anything connected with the Kinsella brothers is worth mentioning and worth talking about, because they're all very talented in different ways. And I believe Nate was the drummer in Captain Jazz for a little while, or for most of it, and now he is, for American football, he kind of steps out and plays guitar and sings and shows kind of what he can do. So we've got a drummer coming out from behind the kit and becoming the front man situation, which is always interesting. And they're interesting too, because they were around kind of in the late 90s, early 2000s, and then I believe, and then went away. And then they came back a couple of years ago with a big reunion record. But the real story is this house. I mean, this American football house that's on the cover of all these records has become like this thing of legend in the kind of underground indie community, I think. So I'm just here to talk about the house.
All right. It's the house that American football built. And I'm going to tell you this story real quick, because Cord actually saved the day here. The way it shook out is this was initially a 4-person panel, then it was going to be a 5-person panel. So a couple weeks back, we were doing Motion City, and I said, hey, we're working on a couple, and Cord asks which ones. I said American football, in exact words, put me in, coach. So here you are, Cord. Why is this a put me in, coach situation? Why were you anxious to get in here?
Emo and like Midwest emo is just like, that's like my wheelhouse for genre. Like, I absolutely love all of that stuff. If you couldn't kind of already tell by the shows that I've been on for the programs.
Yeah.
And American football is one of those bands where when I was first, like, back in high school, I found out about, like, I grew up in the era of, like, the quote-unquote, like, mall emo stuff. Like, we're talking, Jimmy Eat World and Taking Back Sunday were, like, the real emo bands out of the wave, but then you had all, like, the My Chemical Romance and the Fall Out Boy and all that stuff, and that was my sort of introduction.
I'm trying to stay quiet.
I'm calling them mall emo, okay? That's the distinction. The Hot Topic emo. So that's kind of what my introduction to it was, and then late high school, I ended up finding just on, like, online music forums I ended up finding out about this, like, more indie flavored Midwest emo stuff that started in the 90s and then eventually led to the wave that was happening around the time I was graduating high school, which was bands like Snowing and Algernon Cadwallader and, like, Look Mexico and a bunch of other bands. So I started getting into those bands, and then, in the same circles was being shared, a bunch of people were finding this American football LP from 1999. And, like, as I've heard it, like, I've heard, like, an interview with Mike Kinsella where he talks about, like, no one cared about us in 1999, and then 15 years later, a bunch of kids on the internet were like, "Whoa, this band's cool." And that was kind of where I came in, and American football really grabbed me because it was like, I mean, I already started to fall in love with this particular emo sound, but American football had this flavor to them that was like nostalgic for me, even though I know for a fact there was no way I would have ever heard them before, my like junior or senior year of high school. And so I just kind of began to fall in love with this band, and then with, exploring the Kinsella brothers, of like, finding out about Cap'n Jazz and Mike Kinsella's solo project after American football called Owen. And yeah, so American football has just been like, they're one of these bands that like, I wouldn't put them in like a high spot for like a big emotional connection band for me. Like, they're definitely in that wheelhouse for sure, but I think more than anything, they're just a consistent listen since I have found them, where like American football is always somewhere in my periphery, since I've found that band. They're just always around in what I'm listening to.
I do want to piggyback on some of these, because Justin, he did drop some names of some newer bands that kind of like are in this kind of revival sound, the Algernon, Cadwallader, and Snowing and stuff like that. And you might not be familiar with those bands, but Free Throw is also kind of one of those bands, and you will be familiar with them. So that's kind of the thing he's talking about.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So I think this is yet another band that kind of was floating around in the ether. Like, I'd heard the name, and American football, I get it. Hey-oh. Chucklehead me in 2010 or 2011 or whatever. And I never bothered giving it the time of day. And I hit play, and we'll get into like the specifics of this. And it's funny you mentioned the nostalgia chord. There's no way I had never heard this band before. There is literally no way that this could be nostalgia for me, but there is this baked in nostalgia to their sound that takes you to like a lake house, or that takes you, it takes you places. And John, this might be one of my, like, you've put up a lot of bands that are kind of like in this wavelength. And I think this might be my favorite one that you've put up to date. Like, I loved this band. It reminds me a lot of, now, obviously, the band I'm about to say actually comes after American football, but there's a local band, Long Division, and I bring them up a lot on the show, and right down to the trumpet. Like, and I got to put you on blast, Joel. If you're you better be listening to this episode. He commented on the post. He didn't put up any songs, but he said he was going to jump in, and then he didn't. So, Joel, now that I found out that you listen to this show, you have to sign up for episodes. But so
are they named after the Fugazi song, Long Division?
I feel like they told me the story when they were on your music show, and that was like a long time ago, so I don't remember. Right. But I'm pretty sure they are named after a song.
There's also a Death Cab song called Long Division.
I mean, it could be either of those, because I guess I would probably lean towards Death Cab, because their sound is more like the Death Cab American football type of, what they're doing. Only they're all instrumental. So Joel, again, you're listening. You can tell us the story. Feel free to sign up. LegionOfStupid.com. Sign up. Joel, I haven't talked to you in forever, man. All right. So, I can't remember. Was this like, did we chop this discography, or was there just not much to it? And because we ended up with 32 songs. I know you put it all together, John.
Yeah, there's only the 3 LPs, and they're pretty much, I think, 8 to 10 songs each. Like, it's not very much. And then we added, I think, I added a couple of EPs, and the recent thing that they did, a song, like a live song from a live EP and a cover, just to kind of flesh it out a little bit to get to 30. But yeah, it was tight. We were close.
So being that it's at that 32 limit, that means you only get 15 songs. Did that change how you did this, or did you do it the same?
Pretty much the same. I think 20 probably would have been a little bit overkill for this. I mean, that's looking at 2 out of every 3 songs. That's not very challenging. So I think 15 is a good number for this. Like, I was able to get a lot of the stuff that really jumped out at me, and was still kind of had that middle area between like 13 and 17 where you're like, all right, like I like these songs, but I kind of have to make a decision. Like, you want to have to make a decision, So I think it worked out fine. Didn't have a problem with it.
And Cord, you jumped on only a couple weeks ago, so like how? I mean, hearing that you may just be hearing that it's only 15, but like, how did your song selection go?
Yeah, no, like honestly, so this was kind of a fun experience to go through because I'm like first EP, first LP are like heavy in my rotation, and then like the later half of the discography is not like necessarily something that I listened to and disliked. It just like never like I maybe listened to them once or twice and never made them into my like regular rotation. So like yeah, it was honestly, I had the rare occasion where I hit 15 on my first pass.
Wow.
So,
yeah, there you
yeah.
go. I mean, that is so rare. I mean, like John said, you usually want to make those decisions because they hurt.
Yeah.
But like also, if you can do it without the hurt, why not? I think my first pass was 19. And, just enough to where you have to make a couple difficult choices. And as I was listening before, I always try to listen to either at least, my 15 or my list, or I try to listen to the whole playlist. And Cord, you came in, I was jamming. I think I had just finished the first LP, and I'm very hesitant to throw the word perfect around. But god damn, that first LP is
Yep.
I mean, I'm gonna tag the word perfect to it, but I don't know that I can say the full sentence. So, you do the math. But yeah, I got a ton of that first one. But still found that the other 2 LPs and the EPs that we added, they're all great. There's just something, we talked about like the nostalgia of that first record without having been there. Like there's a feeling of, I know this, there's a feeling of warmth and coziness to that first record that I couldn't get away from. So, now again, this becomes a little bit easier as it ends up, you hate how it came down to only 3 people, but a 5-person panel, even with 15 songs, is going to be kind of difficult. John, what do you think for the final say? How many do you think we're going to get through unanimously?
I think I'm gonna go with a pretty bold number because like we've only got 32 songs, I think. I'm gonna say 7.
All right. I like it. What do you think, Cord?
I'm also going to be optimistic, but I'm hanging a little more in the middle. I'm feeling 5.
Okay. Oh boy. Everybody always does this to me. I should start going first. So I can take my number. Man, where do I? So 7 was my inclination. Do I split the difference and go 6? Go a little bit more optimistic than Cord, a little less optimistic than John, or do I go full on optimistic and take it up to the 8 is the question. I feel like, because 4 does seem too low. I think I'm going to go with 6. I'll split the difference. That way we've got 5, 6, 7 right in a row. All right, so we're going to take a quick pause, and when we come back, we're going to play American football. Well, you know what I mean. We're playing Deprogrammed. Kickstart your road to fitness with the Hard Work Works fitness app. For all ability levels, full gym, no problem. What's included? Over 200 workout plans available for every situation from a full gym to no equipment at all. Nutrition guide to help you stay on track, and all of this is only $10 a month. There's a special offer for Deprogram listeners. Use promo code STUPID and get your first month free. The Hard Work Works fitness app. Decide, commit, succeed, and join the hustle today. And with that, the name of the game is Deprogrammed. The three of us have combed through the American football discography, easy for me to say, and plucked out 15 songs that we're now going to mash together in an attempt to create a top 10 starter kit for you, in case you have never listened to American football. And, you know, I mentioned this on the Modest Mouse episode yesterday. I've tried to shy away from this play because it's very Justin, but there is nothing I love more than when I push play on the first track and knowing exactly what to expect from the band. So I'm going with Never Meant.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
You can't not have Never Meant.
Right. Like, it sets you up for everything you're about to get. And did it turn down? No, okay. I mean, there it is right there. Right there. Playful guitars. That warmth. There is this nostalgia to it. All right. That's a sound you're going to hear a lot tonight, gents. I'm going to do a lot of
Mm-hmm.
All right, John?
I'm just going to keep going straight down the line. The Summer Ends.
Yeah, man.
Yep. Yes.
I mean, again, we're going to hit play a lot here, and you're going to know immediately. I hate being repetitive. I easily could have taken the first record and called it a day.
Sure. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's perfect. Like, it's everything you want from this band. So it's worth your time doing the whole discog.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you're unsure, just listen to this first LP, and I promise you'll want to listen to the rest. All right, Cord?
I guess I'll keep on the trend and play Honestly.
Yep.
Oh, that was number 16.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
It was bound to happen. All right, that's got 2 though, so it's still there.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I'll stay on this first record. Yeah, I'm gonna stay on the first record because I got a couple more here. I'll See You When We're Both Not So Emotional.
I did not have that one.
No.
Oh.
That one may be a function
that
of the title just being too much.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I almost took it out because I transfer it from my Spotify list to my notebook here, and I'm writing it, and I'm like, I'm still writing this one song? What the hell? So, yeah, I get that. All right, John?
Let's go to the third record, and this one stuck out to me because it sounds like Sunny Day Real Estate, like the How It Feels to Be Something On era. Let's go Silhouettes.
Ooh, I did not have that
Oh,
one.
man, no, me neither.
Ooh. All right.
If I had to guess, that was 16, but it absolutely was one of those 19. Oh. And this is gonna be another one of those bands where I don't have a reason. So
Yeah, no.
sorry. All right. Cord?
I'm gonna go LP2 and play My Instincts Are the Enemy.
Oh, yes. I couldn't read my own handwriting.
Yes, I have that one as well.
Nice.
Hey, there we go. There we go. Oh,
God, that riff.
that pause, like it makes.
Yup.
Oh, God, that. I heard this and like, as I was coming back around for my second, like to make the cuts, I was like, why did I keep this? And then that pause hits. I was like, oh, that's why.
Yeah.
It makes that riff so much, not bigger, but like, I don't know how to describe it. It just made me go, it literally was heart stopping.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking pretty. Okay. All right, where are we at? Already 3, right?
Yep.
How about Where Are We Now?
Nope.
Yes.
Okay, saved.
The conversation is just going to be all the question mark songs.
Yeah. It's the question marks that threw us off. All right, John?
Let's stick with LP3. How about Doom in Full Bloom?
No.
No.
Ooh.
I know.
I know LP1 is the classic and good, but LP3 is maybe right behind it for me. I enjoyed that one a lot.
I can't argue. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
You know,
I've got a couple from that album. We're just not hitting the same songs.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the thing.
Well, I've got more, so we'll see.
Yeah. All right, Cord.
Okay. Well, if we're going LP3, how about Uncomfortably Numb
Yes, I got it.
with your
No.
girl Haley Williams on the track?
Yeah. I mean, normally that would be a no-no for me. Like, especially with a discography this small, I would keep it out. But I love Haley, and hearing her with them, it just worked on this level that a lot of the I'm not going to be able to explain a lot of this, but it worked on this level that I can't explain, and I loved hearing her with this music. So
Yeah, see, she does nothing for me, and then I really don't like the Pink Floyd song "Comfortably Numb," so that automatically was just 2 thumbs down for me.
Oof.
all right, so back around to me, huh? How about I stay on that record with y'all? How about Life Support?
Nope.
Yes.
All right. Are we like out of NTP already? No, I don't think so.
No.
No. It just feels like it because, I mean, almost everything's hit. All right, John.
All right. Let's go back to LP1. How about Stay Home?
Absolutely.
Yes.
8 minutes.
Yes.
Dude, 8 minutes and every second is perfect.
Mm.
Ah.
Like, again, as I was listening to it before, like, I had thought I cut it as I was listening to it, and I'm like, because again, you mentioned 8 minutes. Like, normally that's a no-no. Like, especially if there's songs like in that 3.5, 4 minute range where I feel like I can do it. But like, if you want what this band is, I could make a case that this is the one. I don't know that it is. We'll get there. But I could absolutely make this the case, because yeah, you should listen to this beautiful song for fucking 8 minutes. You should.
Well, you'll get a chance to make that case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Stay Home was John. Cord.
Let's give the EP some love. I'm gonna play Letters and Packages.
Yes.
No.
I think that was the one I was jamming out to when you came in.
Yeah, I was
Cord.
gonna say maybe cheating a little bit because you were definitely listening to that when I came in.
I mean, I was just listening to everything in a row. So
Yeah.
wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've only got 5 left. I mean, we might as well just keep going. We're still playing well. How about Born to Lose?
No.
No.
All right. It's because I said we're playing so well. Oh, God. All right. John?
Let's go back to LP3. How about Heir Apparent?
Yes.
No.
There's a really cool. They did a Tiny Desk session, and the version of Heir Apparent on Tiny Desk is super cool because they actually
Yeah.
bring in like a children's choir for the end.
Oh, we are officially out of NTP as well. Officially
Nice.
official. All right. So Heir Apparent was John Cord.
Go back to LP2. I'm gonna play a song that's kind of out of character, but very. It's kind of fun. Desire Gets in the Way.
No.
No.
Yeah, it was kind of a reach.
I mean, you say that, but like, as I'm listening to it, I'm like, is it?
That opening riff is so fun.
Yeah. I guess maybe that would be like. Maybe that's what took it out of the running for me. I don't know. I honestly don't have an answer. Let me stay right there with you though. How about Everyone is Dressed Up?
Nope.
Nope.
You are right with me. Also in the trash.
All right, John?
How about the one with the Wurlitzer?
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes, sir. Again, I didn't want to because it's a instrumental,
Yeah.
but when the instrumental's that good,
It is so good.
then yes, I will get behind that one. Also, that is the only song that somebody answered with. Chris Slowowski, who has done a lot with you, John.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, I've only got 2 left. All right, Cord.
Well, let's keep with the same theme. The one with the tambourine.
Oh, I know for a fact that was like 17 or 18.
No.
Yeah.
Bummer.
It just bums me out when I don't have like an answer to tell you why. All right, I've only got the 2 left, so we'll just keep going. Give Me the Gun.
Yes.
No.
Oh. I mean, at least this is. I mean, we're not getting a ton of unanimous, but like at least it's not like painful.
Yeah.
All right, John.
All right. My last one from LP1, but the regrets are killing me.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, it's all in the title. It's all in the title.
Should have known.
Yep.
Again, this is one of those songs that I was listening to like beforehand, and I was like, "Do I really not have this one?" Oh. Nope.
Again, like you said, I don't have a good reason.
Yeah, it just happened that way.
I know I have to hear it and be hurt about it. Gosh.
All right, Cord.
I'm gonna play. How about Home is Where the Haunt Is?
Nope.
No.
This one gave me big Owen vibes, like very similar to Mike Kinsella's solo stuff, which I'm in love with.
Was that one of the ones that I think we got to talk about? We didn't talk about this at the beginning, even though I meant to. We got to talk about their videos where they always have like random people playing them as the band. It's never them. It's always like, be like 3 Asian guys or 2 girls and a kid. And like, they never are in their own videos as themselves. They always have like other people playing them in the band. It's a very cool way to do that. I think I need to clarify too. I think at the beginning I said it was Nate Kinsella who played drums in Cam Jazz. It was Mike Kinsella. You're right. Who went on to do Owen and things like that. So I
almost
correct
corrected
the
you, but
record on that.
I didn't want to be pedantic.
No, you should have. Thank you.
All right, so this is my last one. I'm done after this. Rare Symmetry.
Nope.
Well, I hate to send you out on it on the trash, but don't have that one.
Yeah.
We started off strong and then fell off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we had a lot of I mean, there's a lot of everything. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right, John.
Should I just dump out?
Yeah.
All right, Cord. I've got I've been so lost for so long.
Nope.
I need a drink or two or three.
Nope.
Every wave to ever rise,
Nope.
and mine to miss.
Nope.
Oh man.
Man.
We're going to cover everything.
Yeah.
We're going to cover everything. All right. Whatever you got left. I mean, just for fun, Cord.
All right. I had 5 Silent Miles, so yes, I did put the entire first EP on my list. I Can't Feel You from LP3, and then the Fade Into You cover was too good to me to not put the cover on because I loved
That
it.
was tough because it's a great song and it's a great cover, but I just didn't have room for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree. All right. Well, where did we land here? 4. No final say.
Ooh.
No final say.
I almost had it.
I should have 4 felt low. I should have went with 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say this: 8 got through on 2s, so we only need to cut 2 songs. So, you know, this isn't. You know, I guess we'll see which ones are the ones that are alive. So here's the ones we got through unanimously. Never Meant, The Summer Ends, Stay Home, My Instincts Are the Enemy. All right, so what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where does it start? So we've got Honestly, ? The one with the Wurlitzer, Letters and Packages, Where Are We Now, Gimme the Gun, Uncomfortably Numb, Heir Apparent, and Life Support. Is there anything that's really kind of, you know, again, we only need 2, we need 2 cuts, or do you want to start making cases for songs that should be in, John? I'll leave that up to you.
Well, I want to cut Uncomfortably Numb for the reasons that I stated earlier. It just rubs me the wrong way for other reasons than the actual song. But I would like to cut Uncomfortably Numb on principle.
Now, I would put up a fight here, but like I do feel like we can probably do this without that song. As much as I liked it, I feel like we can do this without that.
That's my thing too. I think my only like slight argument for it is that I think a lot of people who haven't heard of this band would have their ears prick up a little bit if they heard that Hayley Williams was on a song and they didn't know this band. It might make them a little more inclined to check it out. But honestly, as far as like the actual music we have in the conversation, if we get rid of it, I'm not going to be mad because it's all still wonderful and it's all American football doing exactly what they do best.
Well,
Whether
I
or not
won't
they
fight
have
you
Hayley
guys on the
Williams.
next cut about that. If we do this, you guys can figure out the next one. I won't fight you.
Okay, deal.
All right, and so this is also the point where I'd like to point out, it is a great idea, especially with a low discog like this. Take everything that we've said and put it into a playlist, especially that song. If Hayley Williams is your girl and you want to go and listen to that first to perk your ears up, as Cord said, and then listen to our list, by all means. All right, so we're taking that out. We've got one other cut. So what do we... I feel like we don't really care about album representation, do we? I mean, it feels like it's available to get everything in there. So maybe we should, but
Yeah, I mean, as long as we keep like Letters and Packages, that means we have one from the EP.
right.
And I would say, and I did say I was going to stay out of this a little bit, but I would say maybe keep Heir Apparent and Life Support so that LP3 does have some representation.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so let's do that. Grab those real quick. And that way we can start like really honing in on what we want to.
But yeah, keep Life Support, keep Letters and Packages, keep Heir Apparent. Is it going to come down to the question mark songs?
Maybe.
I think for me, I had I look at the one with the Wurlitzer and I want to keep that because I feel like we need the representation of like American football also doing great instrumentals.
Mm-hmm.
I also had Give Me the Gun. I was one of the 2 on that, and I'm pretty fine with letting that one go.
Okay.
All right. So then we take Honestly, the one with the Wurlitzer, Where Are We Now, and then that completes our list.
Yeah.
That sound like a plan to everybody?
Works for me.
I like it. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, and then out. And then let's make sure that comes up to 10. Indeed, it does. All right. So we've got Never Meant, The Summer Ends, Stay Home, My Instincts Are the Enemy, Letters and Packages, Heir Apparent, Life Support, Honestly, The One with the Wurlitzer, and Where Are We Now? Now, John, based on those 10, which one is the one?
Before recording this, I probably would have said Never Meant, but I think we talked about this song and you kind of talked about it, and we all were kind of in agreement. I think Stay Home is probably the one that I would pick. I'm going to go Stay Home.
What are you thinking, Cord?
I have a hard time arguing with that. Like, Never Meant is... Like, if you have heard an American football song, it's been Never Meant, because it's almost like a meme at this point. So I feel like it might be on some people's radars, but like, Stay Home is just like, I don't know. It feels pretty bold to put an 8-minute song as our number one with a bullet, but like, I'm pretty confident in doing that because Stay Home is so good.
Plus, Fredo's gonna hate it.
Oh, for sure. He will undoubtedly hate it. But I would point out that, like, normally an 8-minute song, even one that I love, is a slog, but this never feels like that. Like, it never.
Oh no,
it never.
I have Stay Home on multiple playlists, and it's never a song that comes on and I go, oh, I don't want to listen to all 8 minutes of this. I never skip this song.
Right. So, like, I don't know. I think I agree. I think that's our one. Let's do it. Let's lock it in. Let's lock it in. All right. So, Stay Home is our number one. Let me read this list. Never Meant, The Summer Ends, My Instincts Are the Enemy, Letters and Packages, Heir Apparent, Life Support, Honestly, The One with the Wurlitzer, and Where Are We Now? Rounds out our 10. Let's let Stay Home get a moment in the sun. You're not getting all 8 minutes to Stay Home, but we're going to let you play for a sec.
Oh, come on. It's a short episode. Let it play.
This is so anti everything that a number one should be, but fuck, it nails what I want from them.
Honestly, I think this is the most stoked I have ever been about a number one.
This right here is exactly like that familiarity we were talking about. Like, it's...
Yeah.
I feel like I'm hanging out with friends, like in a cottage somewhere.
Driving late at night.
Yeah.
No, that's exactly it. This song has accompanied me on so many, like, late night drives.
God, man. And it hasn't even, like, gotten to it yet. Like, oh.
Yeah, put on that, start that first record at like 1:30 in the morning, and you'll have an experience.
Yeah.
And
we gotta at least let this play until it really kicks in with the other main riff. Man.
It's just so much fun world building and song building.
Yeah.
Oh. A minute and a half in and I'm not bored.
Yeah.
Like, normally by now I'm skipping ahead. I'm like, okay, let's get to the point. This is the point, I guess, is the point we're making here. This is the point.
Yeah. I'm all about, like, as like a personal philosophy, slowing down to, like, enjoy the little moments, and I feel like this is that in song form.
Fuck yeah. And it just so happens to be called Stay Home.
Yep.
Crazy how that works. I'm gonna get popped for this one. 2.5 minutes.
I will tell you, just to have a little story over this pretty instrumental. I have a very, like, sentimental attachment to this song because I used to put this record on, and usually this song on my way home from shows at our local venue called The New Direction, which has since shut down. And so I have many memories of leaving shows at The New Direction and driving down University Ave down like back to my apartment here in Fargo with this song on and just like being all sentimental about how cool the show was.
Have you been to Urbana to see the house?
Dude, it's on my bucket list to make like the emo kid pilgrimage to Urbana.
Uh-huh. I knew we were going to talk about the house again. I had a feeling because
We gotta.
if you're in Fargo, you're not that far. Like you could do it in a day.
Yeah. I made a day trip to, well, not a day trip, but I drove all the way to Chicago recently. So I know it's doable.
Yeah.
Well, we have done it. I assure you, if this is your jam, like Midwest emo is your jam, American football, there's no better place to start than the list that we just gave you. And hey, if you're into Deprogrammed, there's no better place for you to start than going to patreon.com/ohhijustin. Heyo. $1 a month gets you in the door. It gets you all sorts of audio content, mainly the conversation we're about to have after the fact, and it also gets you every episode of Deprogrammed before the rest of the world. And as I'm actually, getting ahead finally, that's actually going to mean something because it hasn't. It's been like a couple days early for the last 2-3 months. We're through that now, folks. I'm not bitching. It's okay. LegionofStupid.com is a place you can go to, and you can, if you want to join our Discord, you can get that from pledging to the Patreon, or you can go to LegionofStupid.com, upper left corner, says join our Discord. Click that. Come play. If you want to play on the show, though, click on podcasts, go to Deprogrammed, and there's a sign-up sheet maybe halfway down. Tell me what band you want to talk about. If it's one we haven't done yet, boom, it'll happen. I don't know how fast, but it will. And also, if you'd like to hear John episodes, you can click on his name, and it'll take you all the episodes he's been on. I think I'm caught up, maybe, possibly. And if you want to hear Cord episodes and all the episodes he's been on, click his name, and it'll take you to all those. And I'm on all of them. So you have to hear me, unfortunately or fortunately. Also, we're a podcast, so you can subscribe, rate, and comment wherever you get your podcasts from. I would appreciate all of that greatly. But the best way you can help this program is by telling somebody that you listen to Deprogrammed. I would appreciate that more than words could ever say. And with that, American football, learn them and love them, people. We'll see you next week. Bye.